Hello, everyone. Welcome to Everything Arsenal. Arsenal 5, Barcelona 3. That is the Arsenal window. That is the Arsenal we were expecting to see against Man United. That was definitely worth it staying up. That was worth staying up for. Like, I've not slept the whole night. I've just been waiting for the Arsenal game. And I've been up until 8 a.m., but that was definitely worth staying up for. We got the Havertz goal. We got Fabio Vieira scoring as well. Absolutely fantastic. That's a perfect bounce back from that Man United game. Things would have easily gone wrong. Like if you had gone to then ended up losing again, like let's say 3-1 to Barcelona or something like that, and then after losing to Man United as well, things would have been here and there. People said that I'm doubting as well and all that, but this is the perfect way to bounce back. After we lost to Man United, I started hearing people starting to talk again. Arsenal finishing top 5. I don't think so. Chelsea is back. Man United is back. Nah, Arsenal cannot beat Champions League teams as well. Barcelona is a Champions League team, and you've just put 5 past them, and that was their strongest team. First half, second half, we saw Frankie De Jong playing, we saw Gavi playing, we saw Pedri playing, we saw Lewandowski playing, we saw Ter Stegen playing, Koundé playing, we saw Alonso playing, Rafinha playing. So all of their players were there first half, second half, but we put 5 past them, and that is the perfect way to bounce back after losing to Man United last time. This is the Arsenal we know. The 3 games we've played in USA, we've scored 5 past the MLS All-Stars, and we've also scored 5 past the Barcelona, the champions of Spain. That is 10 goals scored in USA. The whole preseason, 11 goals in 4 games. The goals are there. Some of you still think we need a striker. By the way, you're going to talk about all the individual players, but I've been watching that game, and every time I see Jesus with the ball, I'm like, why do these people keep telling me that Jesus needs to be sold? Arsenal need a striker. Fine, Arsenal might need a striker, but if you see the way Jesus played in that game, you cannot remove Jesus from that starting lineup. You cannot. If you watch that game, Jesus is a must start in that team. Like the combination play with Trossard, with Saka, Jesus has to be in the starting lineup. Like he does so much to that team. For him to be dropped, there's no chance he can be dropped from that team. So we'll go through the match reaction and everything, the lineups and the player ratings at the end. And then I'll probably need to sleep after that because I've been up all night, but that was worth staying up for. So let's start with the lineup. For all of you guys joining, let me know if you watched the game, who was your man of the match and all that. Let's go through the lineup and then I'll go through what I thought of the game. So this is Arsenal's lineup. Now, as you can see there, Timber is, let me remove that from screen. Timber is in midfield in that graphic, but he actually started as a left back. So when I saw the lineup, I thought Timber would be in midfield with Partey. So Gabriel, Saliba, and Ben White played in the back 4 alongside Timber. So Timber actually played as a left back, and he played he was one of the like he was like an 8-9 out of 10. He played at left back. So Tierney is very good. I definitely want Tierney to stay. Came on and got an assist as well. Very exciting. But like Tierney must be wondering, like, oh my God, Zinchenko is injured and Kivio could play there now. Gabriel can play there now, and now freaking Julian Timber can also play there. Like Tierney must be feeling like the world is against him. Like if you see how Timber played at left back today, like what a signing. Like you see the Arsenal lineup, like even for us fans, like I saw the Arsenal lineup, I literally do not know where anyone is going to play because everyone is so versatile to the point of I actually thought Timber would play in midfield, but he actually played as a left back. So it was Timber at left back, Gabriel Saliba, Ben White in the defense, and then Partey played in the number 6 role. Oh, Thomas Partey. That is why we don't want him to be sold. If someone watched that game and they're like, Partey needs to be sold, what a player, man. Like, he makes everything look so easy in that midfield. Yes, he has to stay. Even if you want to give us 50 million Saudi Arabia, you're going to make that 100 million, man, because Partey's not going anywhere, man. And then Havertz and Odegaard were in front of him. Look at that formation, man. Trossard, Saka, and Gabriel Jesus. Now, you see the thing with that Arsenal lineup? Like, as I said, with the defense, Ben White can play left back, he can play right back, he can play center back. Saliba could be the one playing in that Timber role. And anything can happen in that defense. Now you see that forward line as well. Those five players up front. Like Trossard could be the striker, Jesus could be on the left. Havertz could be the striker, Jesus could be the number 10. Trossard could be on the right, Jesus could remain as a striker, Havertz could push on the left side. Like anyone there can play in any position. And if you watch that first half, so let me just go through the bench first. Carl Hein, Tierney, Tomiyasu, Kivio, Holding, Trusty, Jorginho, Fabio Vieira, Martinelli, Smith Rowe, Marquinhos, Nketiah, and Kozier Duberry were on the bench. And then if you want to know Barcelona's team, they had Ter Stegen, they had Dest, Araujo, Christensen, and Marcos Alonso at the back. They had a midfield of Romeo, Abde, and Gundogan. And then they had a forward line of Rafinha, Lewandowski, Pedri also in midfield. I don't care how they lined up. And then they had the likes of Gavi on the bench, Dembele on the bench. They made 11 subs at halftime. Dembele came on, Gavi came on, and everyone else came on in their team. Now, when the game was starting, when I was doing a watch along for it, before the game started, I said there's a couple of players I really want to see today. Like I said, I really want to see how Havertz plays today because for me, I'm a bit patient. There's a lot of fans who are like, no, it's not good enough. For me, I know it's going to work out. That is already 2 goals for him in like 3-4 games. So things are going good. So I was like, I really want to see something from Havertz today. And then I also said from the bench players, the ones who are coming on, I really wanted to see Fabio Vieira and Smith Rowe and who else? And Kivio coming on as well. But mainly, I wanted to see Fabio Vieira and Smith Rowe coming on and doing something today. And also, I really wanted to see how the defense would work with Timber at left back and all that. I'm sure some comments are probably asking, I've not read the comments yet, but I'm sure someone is asking where Declan Rice is. Declan Rice wasn't there. He had a tight calf. So he had a tight calf and they decided not to risk him. So there's no need of you playing and getting an injury and all that. Funny enough, though, sad, like Rice was at West Ham for like 6 years and he never had a tight calf, he never had an injury. So he comes to Arsenal and he has to miss a game because of a tight calf. But the pitch was very bad. The game was actually delayed. The game was supposed to start wherever you are. It's supposed to start 4:30, 5:30 a.m. in the morning. And it was postponed, like it was not postponed, it was delayed for like another 40 minutes. And we had to stay up again and wait for that 40 minutes. It was worth it. Why was it delayed? Because the pitch was bad. Xavi and Arteta went to the pitch and they looked at it and they're like, no, this pitch is bad. It's going to cause injuries to our players. And that stadium is one of the best. So that is actually Stan Kroenke's stadium over there. The LA Rams, like for NFL, American football. The stadium is beautiful, but the pitch is terrible. The pitch was very bad. So they had to fix it for the next like 35 minutes. So the game eventually started. Super excited as always to see Arsenal playing, but obviously after that Man United game, I really wanted to see how we do. The first 10 minutes, if you saw how Timber was playing on that left side, what a signing, man. Like for only like 40 million, that is a 40 million bargain. It wasn't even 40, it was 38 million. That is a 38 million bargain. That's why I also saw comments about people saying, why are we signing players that we don't know? No, you need to know people like Timber, man. Like that is a spectacular player, unbelievable player for us already. That is 3 games. Timber's played as a right back. I saw him in midfield against MLS All-Stars. Now he's playing at left back. Incredible. Unfortunately, we gave away the ball again today and we considered a goal. That is something that always happens with Arsenal these days. Now, it was different today. Obviously, against Man United, Gabriel gave away the ball literally, and Ramsdale failed to make a save. And against West Ham, Leicester, and all those teams, and against Nuremberg, our keeper gave away the ball, Karl Hein, on that day. Now today, Odegaard lost the ball in midfield, but it wasn't like he was passing and he lost the ball. No, he was trying to dribble past the midfielder, and the midfielder took the ball away from him. And the guy called this guy in midfield, what is his name? Abde, the number 16. He ran with the ball, putting across. Rafinha shot it from like a few yards out, and our goalkeeper saved it. Ramsdale, very, very good save. But unfortunately, the rebound fell to someone who never misses, Lewandowski, and he scored 1-0 to Barcelona within the first 7 minutes. Not the best start. That is the last thing I wanted to see, like Arsenal 1-0 down within the first 7 minutes against a very good Barcelona side, because Barcelona last season, I predicted Arsenal to win this game 2-1, because Barcelona last season, if you follow La Liga, Barcelona kept, every time I watched Barcelona, they never conceded a goal. They were keeping clean sheet after clean sheet after clean sheet. So I was like, are you really going to get 2 goals against them today? How wrong was I? I should have remembered that this is Arsenal. Last season, when we played Man United, Rashford scored against us and Nketiah equalized after like 5 minutes. Leicester scored. We scored the third goal after like 5 minutes. I remember Douglas Luiz for Aston Villa scoring a corner against us. I think Martinelli scored after 5 minutes. You get the point. So every time a team scored against us, we scored almost immediately. I was hoping to see the same today, and that's exactly what we saw. So we gave away a goal to them, and they did the same for us. So they basically gave the ball to Saka, and Saka made it 1-1 with his right foot. Very good finish. And from that point on to the 35th minute, from the 13th minute to the 35th minute, it was all Arsenal. Barcelona could not get the ball. We were creating chance after chance. Even Havertz, you don't know how happy I was. You should go back and check that watch along. I was happy to see Havertz actually getting involved in the play and making some good passes to Odegaard. Saka is just unbelievable. Like, we don't even need to talk about Saka. Like, he was giving Marcos Alonso at halftime. Like, Marcos Alonso might have to retire or go back to Chelsea after that. Like, Saka is incredible. Trossard. Oh my goodness. Like, we seriously need to start talking about Trossard potentially starting our games. This is like 3 games in a row. Trossard has been, there's not, like, Trossard can play in the number 8 role. He's incredible. Someone said we need a Cazorla in midfield. I think Trossard is the closest we've had to a Cazorla since Cazorla left Arsenal, because he can use his left foot, right foot. He can play in midfield. He can play on the left side. Like, he can shoot the ball from outside the box. Left foot, right foot, same thing. He can probably even take a penalty or a corner with his left foot without any problems. That's how good he was. Then we got a penalty. Havertz, very good play with Odegaard and Saka as well on the right side, crossed the ball. Trossard shot it. This guy cleared the ball with his hand from the line. If that was an actual game, that should be a red card because he cleared it with his hand. But the referee gave us the penalty. The referee was all over the place. The referee gave 6 yellow cards in that first half in a friendly match. 6 yellow cards. I heard that he does music for Hollywood, so he's not really the best referee. He focuses on Hollywood. That is why. So we got the penalty. Obviously, Jorginho is not on the pitch, and Saka stepped up once again. I was praying because the last penalty Saka took, he missed it against West Ham. He missed it again today. He didn't even put it on target again. He put it off target. 2 penalties in a row, Saka's put off target. It is weird because when Saka missed that penalty against Italy in the Euros, when he came back to Arsenal, he scored like 10, 11 penalties in a row. He never missed. He scored a penalty against Liverpool, scored a penalty at Stamford Bridge. He scored big penalties for us. He never missed, Bukayo Saka, he never missed a penalty. Unfortunately, he's now missed 2 in a row. Now that becomes a problem. We will need to talk about that because some people would say even Mohamed Salah missed 2 penalties in a row last season for Liverpool. He missed the one against us, like off target, and I think he missed one against Bournemouth. But I think he's still going to take for them. There's that. Obviously, Saka can still continue taking penalties for us, but I don't know about he's very good in terms of he really believes in himself, but at this moment, I feel like he'll feel like, I maybe don't want to take the next penalty. I feel like Saka will be like, no, I don't want to take the next penalty, which I don't want. Obviously, if Jorginho is on the pitch, Jorginho takes the penalty. But some people have been suggesting Jesus should be taking. Odegaard has never really missed. He should be taking. People are suggesting Havertz should be taking. The thing is, I know Jesus scored the penalty took for us, but when Jesus played for Man City, he was missing a lot of penalties. Havertz, when he played for Chelsea even last season, I remember him missing a penalty against Dortmund, and I think he retook it and scored it. Almost missed that one as well. Odegaard never really missed. So Jorginho is never on the pitch. That is the problem. Jorginho is not a starter. But if Jorginho is in the game, he will take the penalty ahead of Saka because he rarely misses. So that is 2 penalties in a row that Saka has missed. But Odegaard went to him and he obviously talked to him. He was like, hey, listen, it's a friendly. You're already playing really well. Let's keep going. And then that's when the referee started giving yellow card after yellow card after yellow card after yellow card. Remember, from the point where Saka scored to that point of us missing the penalty, it was all Arsenal. Like, it was only us, like Jesus, Havertz, Trossard. They were controlling the midfield, the forward line. Some of you saying Jesus should be sold. Really? Jesus was on the left side. He was on the right side. He was in the striker position. He was making tackles. He was creating chances. You cannot sell Jesus, please. If you ever say that, man, I just know your knowledge in football is not that good. Sell Jesus to who? Unfortunately, being Arsenal and our luck from a few years ago, Barcelona got a free kick. They literally didn't do anything. We gave them the first goal, and the first time they got near our box for those 30 minutes, they got a free kick, and Rafinha took it. It hit Odegaard. Like Ramsey was going to this side. It deflected off Odegaard, and the ball went to this side, and 2-1 Barcelona. Like, they got to our box twice. They scored 2 goals. For us, we had gotten chance after chance after chance, but somehow it was 2-1 to Barcelona. And Trossard was getting close to get a red card. Havertz has gotten a yellow card as well, so we were all over the place. Ben White got a yellow card as well, but we were still playing very well. So even if we were 2-1 down, Trossard was playing really well. Havertz was playing well. Saka was controlling that right side as well, giving Alonso a hard time. Jesus was incredible. And the goal was coming, and the goal finally came. Saka, once again, with brilliant work. As I always say, when Saka has the ball, you feel like something is going to happen, and it always happens. When Saka has the ball, incredible. Yes, he missed the penalty, but he was probably our best player in that first half. He crossed the ball. Odegaard was also involved a lot. He was involved in both the goals that we conceded, but also a couple of that we scored. Saka put in the cross. Odegaard headed it, and it fell to Havertz. Right place, right time. Second Arsenal goal already. You love to see it. I screamed. I literally celebrated. I never, like Havertz has made me celebrate preseason goals this much because I know how much pressure is under. So every time Havertz scores the goal, like I'm screaming. Like it was a tap-in, but I was so happy that Havertz scored again today, and Odegaard assisted that. That is 2 goals in 2 games. Now, why has Havertz joined Arsenal? He's joined to help us score goals and assist. So he's gotten 2 goals in 3 games. 3 or 4. Well, 45 minutes against Nuremberg, 50 minutes, I think, against MLS also or something. Around 200 minutes and 2 goals. That is not bad. If he scores 2 goals every 4 games, that means if he plays 40 games, he'll score 20 goals. That is not a bad return. People always, again, I don't like when Arsenal fans pick up on Arsenal players. Let the opposition fans do it. Today they're not going to tweet about Arsenal. The way they were waking up the other day and tweeting about Arsenal and Man United. Arsenal will finish 7th. Ramsdale is crap, the best rated goalkeeper in the world. Apparently Arsenal should sell him, all that. Today they're not going to say anything. They're not going to, they'll pretend like they didn't notice that Havertz scored today. They won't say anything. That is what Arteta wants. He wants Havertz to get himself into the right position and to get into the box with Jesus and try and convert those chances. He's already scored 2 goals for Arsenal. Yes, he might not be the best defender like Xhaka, like in midfield, but in those games that you expected to dominate, he's going to score the goals for us. He used to play for Chelsea. That is a bad team. That is a really small team. So when it comes to Arsenal, I'm expecting him to improve right away. So for me, I have no problem with Havertz. I'm very patient. I know he's going to prove everyone wrong. Just don't even give him time. He's already scored 2 goals. The goals are already starting to come. So I'm happy with that. So Havertz made it 2-2. It was a very good first half, by the way. It was a very watchable first half. You were dominating them. You could have had 3 or 4 goals. Saka could have, if Saka scored that penalty and one of the goals didn't go in the deflection, it could have been like 3-1 to Arsenal at halftime. So at halftime, Havertz went off and Smith Rowe came on. I was excited to see Smith Rowe coming on today. There is 1,500 of you watching on Facebook. Why is there 1,500 of you watching this early in the morning, man? I appreciate it. Like, this is what we do for Arsenal. Like, no sleeping, just talking about Arsenal. We love this club so much. So Smith Rowe came on for Havertz at halftime. I was really excited to see how good Smith Rowe would do today, and he actually did very well. Saka, once again, Jesus, the guy that some of you want to be sold. He created another chance for Saka. Very good take, like Brazilian style kind of control, and then passed the ball to Saka. Unfortunately, Saka missed again. He could have had a hat-trick. He could easily have had a hat-trick in that game. But then again, we were absolutely dominating them once again. They scored 2 goals, yes, but like from the 15th minute to like the 60th minute, it was all Arsenal, like Arsenal moves. And mainly, it was Jesus and Trossard. They were playing really well, man, especially Trossard in that second half, incredible. So Jesus, again, he created the chance for Saka that he missed, and then 4 minutes later, he created another chance. Like I think it was Ramsey who cleared the ball, and Jesus went to battle with one of the defenders in the air, and he controlled the ball and he passed it to Trossard, and Trossard. And one thing that I love about Trossard, you can't know, he can turn to his right foot and shoot it, but he can also go with his left foot and shoot it, and that is what he did. He shot the ball with his left foot to make it 3-2 to Arsenal. Trossard, we seriously need to talk about Trossard because every time he plays these days, last season he came in January, he started playing for us in February, he got 10 assists in 4 months, and he got a goal as well. He got like 3 assists in one half against Fulham. Now he's also scoring goals. He's also taking every single corner I see him taking. He's taking some really good corners as well. He can cross with his left foot, his right foot. So if Trossard keeps on scoring like that and brings the assist record from last season, he can easily get us 10 goals and 10 assists. So that is the kind of player, like if I see Trossard starting in the Champions League, I'm like, fine. If Martinelli is on the bench and Trossard is starting, I'm like, whichever, whoever starts, I'm happy with. So 3-2 to Arsenal. Smith Rowe also had a banging shot from outside the box. Saka created the chance. The goalkeeper was very, very busy. By the way, Barcelona everyone at halftime, so they brought on everyone. They brought on Koundé, they brought on the second goalkeeper, they brought on Ansu Fati, they brought on Gavi, they brought on Dembele, they brought on everyone who was on the bench, and they replaced all 11 players, as we only made one sub. Our second sub was Vieira on for Odegaard. If you go to my watch along on YouTube, I said, Fabio Vieira, I am begging you. I'm on your side. I'm still on your side. People are like, sell Vieira, but I'm like, no, Vieira, I know there's something there. Please come on today and do something, because Havertz has scored. Smith Rowe is doing well. Timber is doing well at left back. Jesus is doing well. So nearly everyone is playing well. So I was praying that if Fabio Vieira and Nketiah come on, they do something. He came on and he actually did things, man. He was even defending. I could not believe I was watching Fabio Vieira. I thought I was watching Patrick Vieira on the pitch, a white Patrick Vieira in the middle of the park. I thought Vieira came out of retirement. Vieira was actually going into tackles and winning second balls. I could not believe it. So again, we made another 3 subs 7 minutes after that. Tierney, Kivio, and Jorginho coming on for Timber, Saliba, and Partey. Tierney went to left back. Kivio played with Gabriel at centre backs. That's the same combination we saw in the last 3-4 games after Holding was removed from the team. And then Ben White stayed once again. Dembele hit the post. He knows his pace. He just ran and hit the post. Could have been 3-3. And then finally came our 4th goal. I was waiting for that 4th goal. So you remember Tierney has just come on 6 minutes before. Tierney is the thing I love about Tierney, Tierney does not have flashy stuff. He's not going to brag outside the pitch. And whenever he's on the pitch, he'll just run and put in a cross. That is what I love about Tierney. He's not going to do fancy flicks and everything. I mean, I absolutely love Zinchenko. He's incredible. You don't really get left backs like that. But with Zinchenko, he's going to come into midfield, pass the ball, move left, right, do all that. Tierney is just run. He's just going to run. That was what he did today. He got the ball and ran, and crossed the ball. And once again, Leandro Trossard scored again. He scored a goal against the MLS All-Stars, a brilliant goal. And today he scored twice, left foot, right foot. And the first goal he scored today, he was the left winger. Today, when he scored the second goal, he was like the center forward. Like you will never know where you're going to find Trossard on the pitch, and that is another thing I love about him. But once again, they were hitting him and tackling him every single time. I see Trossard going off with an injury, but after they hit him, they came back and scored, and he made it 4-2 to Arsenal. And then we also brought in Martinelli and Nketiah for Trossard and Jesus. That was our 7th and 8th sub, I think. And then Holding also came on. Unfortunately, he came on and gave away the ball as well, and that meant Barcelona scoring the 3rd goal. So I don't think many people would be happy about Holding coming on and giving away the ball. I mean, the number of mistakes we do is a lot, by the way. Like every single day we make like 2-3 mistakes every single time. Like if we weren't making mistakes, we'd have been beating Barcelona 5-0. That would have been the score. Like, because there's no goal that Barcelona created today. We gave them the first goal. Odegaard lost the ball. Second goal, it deflected off Odegaard as well. Unfortunate for him today. And then the third one, Holding lost the ball. So for us, yes, they gave us our first goal. But like the one for Tierney, like it was just like Tierney creating and Havertz creating for one of them, Saka creating for one of them. We have to work so hard for our goals, and then they give away the goals to the other team. So there was still 4 minutes remaining, so they could easily have made it 4-4. But the Arsenal that we know, brilliant. Now, I celebrated the Havertz goal twice so far in preseason. Like for preseason, I'm just like, yes, come on, we've scored. But for Havertz, I was screaming. I was so happy. Now, you won't believe what I did for Fabio Vieira. Like, I almost lost my head. You actually thought that was a Champions League game. Fabio Vieira scored. I almost like ran naked through the house. Like, I was so happy. Fabio Vieira controlled the ball in midfield, and he actually shot the ball from outside the box, like I and Robin, like Adriano from back in the day, from outside the box. with a fantastic finish, like he did against Brentford last season. So just even if those were the only two things to happen today, Havertz scoring and Fabio Vieira scoring, I would have been happy. Like me staying up the whole night and not sleeping today, that would have been enough for me. Havertz scoring and Fabio Vieira scoring in the same day, absolutely perfect. So I was praying for Smith Rowe and Fabio Vieira to come on and do something, and they both came on. Smith Rowe played really well, and Fabio Vieira scored, and he was getting into tussles with the other players and making tackles in midfield, things you love to see. So I'm very, very happy with that. So that is how the game went. Before I get into the player ratings, which players excited me the most? Number one, Trossard. Incredible, man. What a player. People, if I ask all of you, there's 1,623 of you watching on Facebook and around how many on YouTube? There's 114 of you watching on YouTube. If I was to ask each one of you, name for me your starting lineup for Arsenal next season. Before today, not many of you would have Trossard in the starting lineup. Many of you would say Martinelli, Jesus, Saka, Odegaard, and someone else. Most of you would say Rice and Partey in midfield, correct? Most of you would say Rice and Partey. Maybe some of you would say Havertz and Odegaard, fine. Smith Rowe and Odegaard, fine. But Trossard is playing really well. Like, he actually does deserve to start. Even last season, we used to talk about it, like why doesn't Havertz, why doesn't Trossard start? Because Martinelli was playing really well, so Trossard couldn't start, and Jack was playing really well, so Trossard couldn't start. But right now, it's putting in so many good performances. Left wing for 25 million, I think that was a blessing in disguise. Yes, Modric might go ahead and do well for Chelsea. He didn't do well last season. He might do well for them this season, but getting Trossard for 25 million, that is a steal. Like, for us not getting Mudryk and then Trossard falling out with the manager there and that time joining Arsenal that particular time, that was a steal because they really wanted to sell him and we really wanted a player in that position. So it was very easy for us to get that deal done. Trossard is an incredible signing. He's older than most of our players. He's around 27, 28 years, but that experience is going to help us a lot. I think he's played in the Champions League before, maybe for Genk or something like that. So he does have that experience. So I cannot wait to see how he does from the start of this season. Last time he joined us in February. I cannot wait. Havertz as well, he got involved. The last time people were saying Havertz was not really getting involved in the game. Today, he definitely got involved. When you got the penalty, he was part of that build-up play. He scored the goal, right position, right time. He got a yellow card, yes. He just pulled someone back, but there was like 6-7 more players who got a yellow card in that first half. Jurian Timber at left back. I didn't even know he was going to play for us as a left back. Like, Julian Timber is actually playing as a right back, as a left back. As I said, Tierney must be wondering, like, oh my God, like, how can I be this good? And then Zinchenko is playing ahead of me. Now Kiwi is playing ahead of me. Now Timber is also playing ahead of me at left back. Now, experimenting. That is the point of preseason, experimenting, because you cannot really do that against Man City in the league or against Liverpool in the league. But that kind of shows me that Arteta has looked at Ben White and is like, yeah, Ben White has not done anything wrong. He actually needs to start games. So maybe we need to start looking for another position for team, maybe left back or somewhere, because Zinchenko is not yet fit. He's not played any preseason games, unfortunately. I really hope he returns soon, because Zinchenko at the beginning of last season, he was absolutely incredible. We need him to be fit as well, for him to just to have a lot of numbers in terms of that. So let me come to a few of your comments before I get the player ratings. Isaac says that Leandro Trossard is a gem. Julian Timber is a beast. Yep, this is the Arsenal we know. Partey must play, says Esosa. The thing is, Esosa, a game against, for example, Nottingham Forest in the first game, instead of having 4 attacking players in Jesus, Saka, Martinelli, and Odegaard, Arteta would be thinking, do we really need 2 defensive midfielders in Rice and Partey? Maybe not. Add Trossard there. Let's make it 5 attacking players. Put Smith Rowe or put Nelson or put someone like that. Let's make it 5 players up front. I don't think we'll see Partey and Rice starting together against Nottingham Forest or Crystal Palace. But when we play against Man City in the Community Shield next week, I'd not be surprised to see Partey and Rice. I also want to see both of them on the pitch at the same time. So I think we'll get to see that either in the Emirates Cup or in the Community Shield, because I also want to see how they do both of them on the pitch at the same time. But I don't think like in a game where we are going to have 80% position, we are going to have two defensive midfielders in Partey and Rice. Trossard is the man of the match, says Mohamed, easily. We don't sell such player. Nketiah should be sold and let Balogun prove his want on the pitch. Balogun was not even in the team today. I think he's definitely going to be sold. Musa says, hardworking Glenn, I just wake up so I couldn't watch the game. I'm happy for the win. Yeah, it was crazy times at night. This is our last game in USA. If you're watching this from USA, Canada, Brazil, Australia, New Zealand, I respect you. Like most of us in Europe and Africa and Asia, we don't have to wake up at these crazy times to watch these games. So, man, like I've really struggled. Like today, I've not slept. I've been up for like 24 hours just waiting for Arsenal. So I really respect you guys even more now. Like waking up every day like this to watch games. They usually do that every single, like the actual football season. It's crazy. But yeah, Musa, we never miss Arsenal games, whether it's at 6 a.m. or 12 p.m. Up the Gunner says King. Better than playing rugby with Man United, yeah. Lisandro Martinez, dirty player, John. Gabriel Jesus is really doing serious work in the Arsenal team. Nothing like selling him. Yeah, so some of you want a striker. That is fine. I have no problem with some of you wanting a striker. But I've seen comments saying, let's get Osimhen and sell Jesus. Nah, that is not how it works. Now, it would be great to get someone like an Osimhen and players who can score 30 goals in a season. Yes, that would be fine. But players like Osimhen and Vlahovic and players like that, they cannot do what Jesus can do in terms of the rest of the things that Arteta wants them to do. Jesus, in the first 30 minutes of that game, he was a center forward. He was a number 10. He played on the right side for 10 minutes. He moved to the left side. I saw him at left back. He was making tackles in midfield. He was combining with Trossard. He was combining with Havertz, combining with Odegaard. Like he was all over the place. I don't think there's too many players who can do that. If I was to go like 10, 20 years ago, I think Tevez did that well for Man City and Man United, like coming back to midfield and combining. I think Aguero does that well as well, and maybe Rooney at Man United. There's not many players, strikers who can do that. Thierry Henry maybe as well with Perez and Ashley Cole on that left side. Henry could do that. But right now, there's not many strikers who can like come to the midfield and take the ball and run to the left side and dribble past players. Like Jesus does that a lot. So I never hear people saying sell him. Why? What's the reason for selling him? That's crazy. Genesis says why our coach is always keeping Balogun and using Nketiah. I mean, Nketiah, I don't think Nketiah is going to go, to be honest. I think Nketiah is going to be here next season. And Balogun, he's not played now 2 games in a row. So that kind of shows me he's definitely not going to be here. He was training by himself the other day. I don't know if that is because of an injury, but I think, I don't know. It's either 2-3 things. The Balogun does not want to stay. He's told that, listen, if I'm not the first choice striker, I want to go. That could be the reason. Number 2, it could be just like Arteta feels like, you know what? Nah, he does not fit into my team. Let's get the money for him. And number 3, they can feel like, you know what? We can only get like 15 million for Nketiah and we can get 50 million for Balogun. Let's get the money for Balogun. He can get us more money. I don't know. And someone, when I did the video, Lee Judges, he said Nketiah has shown us what he can do in England, and Balogun has not yet shown us. So maybe they prefer the one who has showed us what he can do than the one who's never really played in England. I don't know. Personally, I'd probably keep Balogun at Arsenal, yes, but I really doubt he's going to stay now that he's not even played in preseason. We need Balogun on the pitch in Nketiah market. Arsenal need sharp players, no time for Aaron. What did Ramsdale do wrong today? He actually made a fantastic save in the first half. Timber, you cannot tell me remove Ramsdale from the starting lineup because he doesn't save penalties, you know? How many penalties are you going to concede in a season? Timber is our best signing this season. Holding Nketiah, Pepe, Lokonga need to be sold. I miss Zinchenko, Partey's man of the match. Yeah, I agree with the rest of the things that you say, Genesis, but the one for Aaron Ramsdale, I 100% disagree. Which number did Smith Rowe play? So he came on for Havertz. So where you can see Havertz on screen right now, that is where Smith Rowe came on. He played like between Trossard and Odegaard. Henry's watching from South Africa. I've seen Nigeria as well. Jesus is really, I've read that one. Another player to watch out for is Julian Timber. The guy is very good on the ball. I wish he gets his favorite position is superb. It's very hard to remove Ben White from that right position as well, because Ben White does not really do anything wrong. Even today, he did okay. Let's see. Trossard is class, says Vicky. If he can play at that tempo for at least 65, 70 minutes, then Assad gets in either Jesus or Havertz. Jesus is a starting player. I don't like when people say Jesus on the bench. Jesus is definitely going to start. But I get what you mean, Vicky. The only problem with him is that he lasts to just beyond half of the game. He needs to work. I think they also, like, every single time he gets injured, like 60th minute, he goes out to the doctors. But yeah, I think we only really need 60 minutes from Trossard. We don't really need him to play 90 minutes. Play 60 minutes, bring on Nelson. Play 60 minutes, bring on Martinelli. Play 60 minutes, bring on Havertz. Like, whichever position he plays, I think you're okay. Why is everyone saying this, man? Am I crazy? There's nothing wrong that Ramsdale did today. His kicking was good and he made a couple of good saves. But then again, if he makes 2-3 mistakes, yes, you can bring on another goalkeeper, but he gives us so much, man. I don't think Chana can do what Ramsdale does, especially in terms of building the play from the back. Watch out for Trossard this season. Jesus is a struggling striker. Oh, come on, man. After everything that I've said, are you still going to say Jesus is a struggling striker? After everything that I've been saying the last 38 minutes about Jesus? Okay, I guess some people will never change their mind, I guess, because after watching today, you cannot tell me you're still saying Jesus is not a good player. There's no way. Holding needs to go, says Lookman. That one I agree with. That is something that I agree with, but I have a feeling he might end up staying because no one is going to pay the money for him. It's high time we stop experimenting now and adopt season style. Yeah, now from the next game, we're probably going to do that. But these 4 games, you have to experiment. We are conceding silly goals due to a couple of defensive errors, and Ramsdale should check himself. What did Ramsdale do wrong? Ramsdale did not do anything wrong today. Second goal, free kick, that was a deflection, really. Third goal was scored by Torres. That was not his mistake as well. Great display today from our able and competent boys. Says Bisong. There's so many comments. I appreciate it. What a game, says Semiu. Trossard is man of the match, says Peter. For sure, I agree with that. I really appreciate Arsenal's efforts today. Next up to London to face Monaco. Yes. I remember the last time we played Monaco. Bad memories. Champions League, bad memories. I love Arsenal, but Holding should be out this summer, says Marvelous. Galatasaray wanted him. They wanted to give us 2 million, but we refused. So I don't think there's any team that is going to bring 10 million. I'd be very surprised. What a game of football. I love this team, says Lenny. We are back. But now the reason why I'm never worried about people saying Ramsdale out or this and that, because I know the next game, it's very easy for people to forget that Ramsdale, like against Liverpool last season, would have conceded 8 goals if it wasn't for him making world-class save after world-class save. Last season alone, Ramsdale made like 20 world-class saves. There's a reason why right now Ramsdale is number 1 in terms of most valuable goalkeepers. He's on, like, the list that came out, he's on top of Courtois, he's on top of Ederson, he's above Alisson and all those players. He's the most valuable goalkeeper right now. Like, if we were to sell him right now, we can easily get 90 million or 100 million for him. Mistakes will happen. Like, I can count for you how many mistakes Alisson made last season, 6 or 7. Ederson gives away the ball here and there. Lloris at Tottenham gave away like 30 goals. De Gea at Man United gave away like 30 goals. So these mistakes happen. But in terms of overall play, if he's 90% good and 10% bad, I can live with that 10% being bad. But in terms of shot stopping and just his character and everything, you'll really need to convince me that Ramsdale needs to be removed from that team. Leo was on fire, says Juma. When are we playing Monaco? Next Wednesday. So let's do the player ratings very quickly. I've been praising Ramsdale, but for today, I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10 because ultimately we conceded 3 goals. So I'm not going to give most of the defenders anywhere above that. So Ramsdale gets a 6. He made a very good save from Rafinha before he conceded the goal. Also in the second half, I think it was Dembele ran with the ball. I think he made the save and pushed it to the post. I think those are very 2 good saves. Apart from that, he didn't really have a lot to do. We were the ones who were dominating that game. So 6 out of 10 for Ramsdale. Ben White on the right side, again, we considered 3 goals. So I'm only going to give him a 6 out of 10 for today. He didn't really do a lot wrong. Actually, third goal came from the left side. Second goal came from the left side. First goal came from his side. So I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10 for today. I think it's going to be in our starting lineup for sure until like he puts in 2-3 bad performances. Then he could be subbed off. He could be replaced by Tomiyasu or Timber. But as of now, I think Ben White is still a starting defender for us. So 6 out of 10 for him. I'm going to give the same to Gabriel. At least today, no mistakes. Today he was doing all the right things. But then again, we considered 3 goals today, so I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10. Same with Saliba, 6 out of 10 today. We consider those 3 goals, but again, they didn't really have a lot to do. Yes, they cleared a few balls from the corners. They had a few corners and they cleared them. So 6 out of 10. But that changes for the left back today. That changes. Timber gets an 8 out of 10. Now, I usually take everything into consideration. Like I know the Rafinha free kick that went in. Timber is the one who committed the foul. But the rest of the game, him actually playing for the left back position. As you can see, I was surprised that he was even playing at left back. I thought he was going to be in midfield and Gabriel would be the one pushing to left back. But the way he controls the ball on that left side, left foot, right foot. I had a picture, but I don't think I have it here. There's a time he just literally, was it Rafinha or Pedri, someone, he just left them behind him, just breathing heavily, like pace-wise as well. Incredible. So Timber's a signing. Someone, I think Isaac said in the comment section, Timber is probably our best signing. I think I can actually agree so far from what we've seen. Yes, I still think Declan Rice will show us why he's 105 million. But Timber today, incredible. 8 out of 10 for him. What a player. Left back today, right back last time. What an incredible player. 8 out of 10 for him. Midfield wise, Thomas Partey, 8 out of 10. He makes everything look so easy. Today, every time Romeo or Gundogan ran through the midfield, I was just like, yeah, Thomas Partey's there. Nothing is going to happen, man. Thomas Partey, he was controlling that midfield. He was making everything look so easy. He gets the ball, he looks for a couple of seconds, passes the ball to the right side. Looks for a couple of seconds, long ball to Saka. Looks for a couple of seconds. If there's no pass, he turns again and looks again, quick pass. Things you love to see. No mistakes, no errors. He quickened things up in midfield. The power in midfield, the physicality as well. You just feel safe. Like I'm pretty sure if we have Partey and Rice in midfield against those top teams, we'll really feel safe. And then you just let Odegaard and Saka and Martinelli do their job up front. Things will look good. So Thomas Partey, that is the Thomas Partey we want to see. That is why we don't want him to be sold. Like if you remove this guy from midfield, like you're removing, I don't know which part of the body, man. Like that's like the is it the engine probably of the part of the car, or should we say the heart in terms of body? Like that, you cannot remove him from that team. He can be on the bench and come on, but like selling him, like unless you're getting Caicedo, there's no one else. Like you cannot remove Partey from that team. Like he has to be there. Like after watching today as well, like, you just have to keep him. You cannot sell him. Even if they give us 50 million, you cannot remove him. Like that is a tower in that midfield. You cannot remove him. Together with Jack in the same season, yeah, that would be suicidal. So today, Thomas Partey gets an 8 out of 10. Kai Havertz, he's 45 minutes. He only played for 45 minutes. But I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. He scored a goal, good right place, right time. He was involved in the penalty that we earned. He was involved in that second goal, involved in the first goal. Things you'll have to see. Today he wasn't quiet, as people were saying against Man United. People are saying, Havertz, when he plays against these big teams, he'll be quiet. He's not going to like get involved in the game and everything. Today, he definitely got involved, and I wish to see more of that. Havertz, 7 out of 10 for today. 2 goals already for Arsenal. How many has Modric scored for Chelsea? 1. How many has Anthony scored for Man United? I don't even know if he's ever scored a goal for them. So Havertz is doing more than Anthony has done for Man United for 2 years. Odegaard gets a 7 as well. He got the assist for the Havertz goal. A couple of poor free kicks. Wait. I just remembered that he actually gave away the goal for the first. Nah, the second goal was a deflection. I don't know how much you're going. No, I'm actually going to reduce it. I'm going to tell you why. I'm going to reduce that to a 6. Odegaard, I am sorry, one of my best friends at Arsenal, but we have to be real. I'm going to give you a 6 out of 10 for today. The first goal, he didn't like literally directly give the opposition the ball. He lost it, yes, but he was trying to like dribble past the player. Sometimes you can lose the ball and you're trying to dribble past the player, but that ultimately cost us the goal. And the second goal, the deflection, why I'm reducing that mark from a 7 to a 6, like it hit him, like the ball came and he turned his body like this. So if I don't know how brave he is, but if you just stood there, or you put your face or you put your chest, that ball would not have deflected past you. But since he turned his body like this because he did not want the ball to hit him, he deflected in. So being the captain, you need a bit of more bravery. So that is why I'm going to give you a 6 out of 10. Still love you. Still want you to start Arsenal games, obviously, but they're losing the ball in the midfield. We need to cut that one out, and we need more bravery on the wall. If you're going to be in the wall, you have to show bravery. If you can't like take a shot on the face, you can't be in the wall. That is why you need hard heads like Xhaka in the wall to just block the ball. So I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10 because going forward, he still got an assist and he still got involved. Bukayo Saka, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. What a player, man. Oh my goodness. He missed a penalty, so I would have given him a 9, but he missed a penalty. And the first goal, he finished it well, and he also kind of created the goal that Havertz scored. And he did miss a couple of chances, but he's always involved. He gave Marcos Alonso a very tough time, so I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10 for today. What a player. He needs a rest, Simon. Like, this guy doesn't rest. Like, I think he started against Nuremberg. He started all the games in preseason as well. Goodness me. And he also played for England like 2 games, 3 games after the season. Like, he never gets a rest. So now the problem is I don't think he's even going to get a rest, because now that we're getting closer to the season, now we need to start seeing the first team playing the next 2 games. So maybe I wouldn't play him against Monaco, actually, but I would definitely play him against Man City. I think now, since we're getting closer to the season, we're expecting Arteta to now start playing the first team now in these 2 games. 8 out of 10 for Saka. Trossard, man of the match easily. 9 out of 10. He scored 2 goals. And not only that, the way he was scoring those goals, the way he was creating, he had like 4 shots today. He could have had 4 goals. The goalkeeper saved like 2 more from him. The way he shoots the ball with the left foot and right foot, just like Cazorla, you cannot know whether it's a left footer or a right footer. You can never know. So the first goal, his dribbling and his confidence to cut in and shoot with the left foot, brilliant. Not cutting like to like take on the defender and shoot the ball with the left foot, brilliant. The second goal that was crossed, assisted by Tierney, another good finish, cross in the air, and I think he hit it before he hit the ground. Fantastic finish. And overall performance, that is another incredible performance. He played very well against MLS All-Stars, scored a goal, was our man of the match. They gave Saka that day, but personally gave Trossard. He didn't start against Man United. We lost. He started today, and again, we win comfortably. So Trossard starts, you score 5 goals. So that is the thing. When Trossard starts, you score 5 goals. He might have to start our games, 9 out of 10 for him. And then Gabriel Jesus, I'm going to give him an 8 out of 10. Gabriel Jesus needs to be sold. We need to get Vlahovic. Jesus is not good enough for Arsenal. Really. Jesus today, the way he was playing in every single position, he got the assist for Trossard's goal. I think he was also involved in that penalty that we got as well. He could easily have taken the penalty as well. He played around 78 minutes. He's never quiet. Like, you can never watch a game and say, I did not see Jesus. There is no chance. You can watch a game and say, Today I didn't see, like, there's a few games, even Saka, however good he is, there's a couple of games last season we said we didn't see Saka, like at the end of the campaign. There's a couple of games you might say, today I didn't see Odegaard. It happened last season. Recently, I've seen people saying, oh, I didn't see Havertz, I didn't see Fabio Vieira, all that. But it is, you can never watch a game and say you didn't see Jesus. He's always going to be there. Even if he just picks up a yellow card, you're always going to see him somewhere. So I'm really, really happy with his performance today. Once again, 8 out of 10. Bench players, Smith Rowe came on at halftime. I think he did really, really well. He didn't get a goal or assist, but he was involved. So just because we really like him as an Arsenal player and we really want him to stay, I'm going to give him an extra mark, 7 out of 10. But he did very well in that midfield. 7 out of 10 for him. You could easily have scored as well. The goalkeeper made a fantastic save from Smith Rowe shot. So I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Fabio Vieira, I'm finally going to give you a good rating, and I'm going to give you a 7 out of 10. He came on, he got involved in the tussles and the one on the 50-50 challenges in midfield, and his goal. You need to go and look at Fabio Vieira's goal. Freaking brilliant, man. It's very, very good. In fact, could it be goal of the day? Vieira, Trossard. I think this is our best goal today, if I'm not wrong. Vieira, fantastic finish, man. 7 out of 10 for him today. We need that kind of performance. I know the technique is there. Like, you cannot score such a goal if you're not a good player, if you don't have the technique to do it. You just needs to improve on a few things, but if you opposition fans really need to pray. If Vieira starts scoring like that every day, you're going to be in a lot of trouble. You just need to pray that Vieira does not start playing well, man, because today he came on and did his thing. Tierney came on, got an assist, and nothing flashy about him, comes on, does his job. Another good performance from the bench. It is quite unfortunate. Tierney is not staying on the bench because he's a bad player, just because we really have a lot of players. I still think he should be our backup. Like, Arsenal have 2 left backs, but Tierney is the 5th choice. So that is unfortunate for him. But I really want him to stay because there's a lot of competitions next season, and we know the likes of Tomiyasu could get injured here and there. So 7 out of 10 for Tierney today. Jorginho as well. Again, Jorginho came on today. He looked good again, so really happy with how Jorginho is playing recently. 7 out of 10 for him as well. Kivio came on. Didn't see him a lot, and also we considered the goal from his side, so I'm just going to give him a 6 out of 10. Rob Holding, I don't want to be too harsh. I'm going to give you a 4 out of 10 because, I mean, he only came on for like 20 minutes and he gave away the goal. So 4 out of 10 for Holding. Martinelli was not on for too long. I didn't even really see him. So I'm going to give him a 5 out of 10. Who else came on? Nketiah as well. Nketiah saw him. I think he actually almost assisted Fabio Vieira's another Fabio Vieira goal or something. There's a good run he made on the left side. I'm still going to give him a 5 out of 10. I wasn't on for too long. Am I forgetting any other sub? I don't think so. I think those are all the players. Smith Rowe, Vieira, Tierney, that is 3. Jorginho 4, Kivio 5, Holding 6, Martinelli 7, Nketiah 8. I've definitely forgotten someone. Vieira, Tierney, Jorginho, Kivio, Nketiah, Martinelli, Holding. Yeah, Cozier Dewberry. How can I forget him? That's why I forgot him, because that is like his first game for Arsenal. He wasn't on for too long, but at least he went to USA for a reason. And I'm just going to give him a 6 for his Arsenal debut. At least getting involved in the rest of the squad is great. So 6 out of 10 for Cozier Dewberry. Mikel Arteta, I'm going to give Mikel Arteta an 8 out of 10. Maybe harsh, maybe it should be like a 9, but yeah, we considered 3 goals, so I take that into consideration as well. But yeah, people are saying Arsenal. I saw comments. Arsenal cannot beat Barcelona. There's no chance. How can Arsenal beat Barcelona? They just lost to Man United. We put 5 past the La Liga winners today, and that's a very good team. Lewandowski, Dembele, Rafinha, Gundogan has joined them. There's Jules Kounde as well. There's Ansu Fati. There's Ter Stegen. There's Pedri. There's De Jong. They have so many good players in that team. So we actually beat a very good team. It was not like their second team or anything. No, that was like their whole first 20 players. Arteta gets an 8 for today. I like the fact that he tried Timber at left back. That is why I'm also adding an extra mark, and it worked. So they did not just sign a player, This is someone that they've watched for like 1 and 2 years, and they're like, yeah, I know he's going to play that position as well. We are going to sign him. Brilliant. Trossard as well, starting him on the left side. He could easily have dropped Havertz today. Could easily have done it. Havertz did incredibly well today as well in that first half. The persistence with players like Fabio Vieira as well. Some people have given up on him. It says like, no, I'm going to bring on Fabio Vieira. I'm going to bring on Nketiah. I'm going to see how they do. Sometimes it could backfire, but today for players like Fabio Vieira, it worked. So 8 out of 10 for Mikel Arteta. So we will do a review for the US tour after I get some sleep, man. I've been up for 24 hours. I've not slept today. I'm going to take a few of your comments, but that was worth staying up for. Like, I really enjoyed watching that game for sure. Osman says Jesus is like Karim Benzema. What a compliment. He will get his football best form at the age of 28 to 29, and I guarantee he will win the world's best. Saka is a beast. Havertz is slow, but in the 18-yard box, he's accurate. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't disagree with anything there. I hope he wins the Ballon d'Or as well. Jamal says Rambo 6, Timber 7, Saliba 7, White 6, Partey 8. I agree with most of those. Trossard, Saka, I agree. Yeah, I agree with most of those. Maybe apart from Timber, I'd give Timber 1 higher. Partey is Arsenal, says Steven. Hopefully stays that way. Partey is the best. Please don't sell him. Hopefully not. Kutu says, why is the manager overworking Saka in preseason while we know he has to be there in the Champions League and Premier League? Tough one to say. I would have taken him off earlier for Marquinhos today, but the way he saw him play, in the first half, like when he's on the pitch, he gives us a lot. I guess Atta just looks at it like, yeah, like this guy has to play. That's why we need a backup for him, because I don't think there's anyone that can play anywhere near Saka. Like the way he gives us, whatever he gives us on the pitch, very, very good. Oh my God, I love comments like this. Oh my God, Lubega. Yeah, hopefully you're not an Arsenal fan, even a Man United fan. Lubega, there's something that is called being sarcastic. Have you ever heard of being sarcastic? If I say I don't know Sancho, does not mean I don't know him. Musa says good observation about the decision of Odegaard to turn his body after Rafinha took the free kick. Yeah. Maybe you consider working as a backroom staff. So I would love that as well. But the stress seems like they get stressed a lot. Whatsoever wants to be destroyed, come and miss the Gunners. I'm ready. I'm ready for this season. Please sell Nketiah, Pepe, Holding, and loan Vieira. I disagree with the last one. I don't want Fabio Vieira to go anywhere. He's going to come good. Just wait and see. We have to make Man City and Community Shield. Let's hope we beat them. Martinelli has a fight on his hand with Trossard. Yep, for sure. Now I'm at a point now that is good for competition. I'm at a point now. I don't care whether Ben White starts or Tomiyasu starts. I don't care whether Timber starts or Tierney starts or Zinchenko starts. Even if they want to play Kiwi at left back, he's been doing good. I don't care whether Rice or Partey start. I don't care whether it's Smith Rowe or Trossard or Martinelli or Saka or whoever, Jesus, whoever starts. So that is good. So if you get a backup for Saka as well, or even Nelson, if Nelson starts playing like the way he was playing last season, we are going to be in such a good position to the point of we can have a Carabao Cup game, not even Premier League or Champions League. We can have a Carabao Cup game where we have Ben White, Kivio, Thomas Partey, Havertz, Trossard, Nelson in a Carabao Cup game, and still knowing that you're still resting Saka, you're resting Martinelli, you've rested Rice, you've rested Odegaard. That's such a good position to be, man. Like, even 3 years ago, not even that long ago, 3 years ago, goodness me, like we were looking at our bench. You'd look at Arsenal's bench and you're like, Bellerin, You look at the rest of the bench, you're like, yeah, Mustafi. Nah, you look at Maitland Niles, you're like, nah, who's going to come in and make an impact here? Man, like, our team was not good. There's a time like we only had like two good players, Aubameyang and someone else. Like 2018, 2019, proper banter era, we were bad. Nowadays, opposition fans cannot laugh at Arsenal. They can't. If they laugh at Arsenal and make jokes about Arsenal, they're trying very hard. Right now, you cannot really make jokes about Arsenal. We are a serious team now once again. Saka should work more on shooting. Shooting, what do you mean, like shooting from outside the box or finishing, or what exactly? Finishing, I still think Saka is not like 100% good in finishing. I still think Martinelli one-on-one, Martinelli would score more than Saka, so he still has room for improvement. But they're like 2021. Like by the time Saka and Martinelli get to 25, they're going to be like Robben and Ribery, maybe even better. I've been going for 1 hour, guys. Oh my goodness. I cannot even lie to you. I'm freaking tired. I've not slept today. I need to sleep. My mind cannot process any more comments. We will be back later today with another live stream after we get some sleep. Oh, by the way, Man United lost today as well, so that is good. Chelsea drew today as well. That is good as well. So that's a win for Arsenal. Very, very good performance. Man of the match, Trossard. We'll catch up with you guys on the next one. Hit the like button. Thank you for you guys watching. I appreciate it. And let me get some sleep.